Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool, and this is the LockNFlate Air Chuck. It's designed to go on a compressed air service line and then inflate Schrader valve things. I use it for car tires, truck tires, bike tires, as well as suspension airbags. And these teeth grab fairly well. This is probably the premier design. There are a lot of others that most of them use a single tooth to grab part of the thread. This sells for about $40 for just this piece, and this one I got the open flow. There's open and closed flow. The open flow air moves through it as long as there's pressure on this end. The closed only moves the air when there's a depression on the release lever right here in the center. So this actually is about $40, but then you need another $10 if you want to screw it onto a traditional Schrader attachment like this. Standard Schrader valves, something like that. You just screw this on. These are Milwaukee inflators. I love them. This one is more than twice better than that one, but this one is still phenomenal. But anyway, I wanted the LockNFlate system for this M18 one, so I set this up. Got both the $10 part and the $40 part to put onto my $160 part over here. Does it work? Yeah, it works really well. Is it perfect? No. I have others, like here's a Jayco. This Jayco is actually pretty good, even though it barely hangs on. You can screw it down a lot easier, so usually you push the lever and then slide it on and then kind of snug it up. Some of them you can't really turn. Like the LockNFlate, it might be a little bit difficult. I usually have to wiggle it on, keep adjusting it. Sometimes it just leaks, like inflating a truck tire, and you kind of do the math in your head, and the small leak that's coming out, you can certainly inflate over the top of it, and it's not going to really affect much. It's just kind of annoying. And that's probably about 20% of the ones, maybe 1 out of 5 that I try, I get a little leak on one of them that I can't seem to get rid of. I've tried a few other odds and ends that just screw in. These are like old school Schrader valves for bikes. This could be real handy if that's what you're using your inflator for mostly. And then there are various sizes of different brass ones. This guy really has a strong bite, this little one. This is probably one of the better ones of the little ones, and that's what I originally started with on my M12 inflator right here. And this guy works really well. Must be getting cold again down here. It's not focusing, but anyway, and it's got a pressure release, which is kind of nice. This thing here screws right in, simple. And one of the things that I liked about it was it's very short, whereas the LockNFlate is starting to get pretty long, which can affect your ability to use it. It also is a huge lever arm to be hanging onto a little valve stem, so you want to be a little careful. But anyway, is it worth it? If you're going to be using it a lot, yeah, it's a good one. It's a solid design. It's heavy duty. It grabs really well, even over dirty Schrader valves. But there are certainly less expensive options that work almost as good, because this one still isn't perfect. But anyway, I've been using this quite a bit, this LockNFlate. I got the open flow. There's an open and closed. The open, obviously fires the air through no matter what. The closed, you have to actually depress the center valve to get the air to flow. If you're using a compressor like this, I think the open flow is better. If you've got it connected up to a compressor and you used an open flow, it would just be running, so that's not good. So you'd want the closed, so you'd have to set the chuck in order to get the air to flow. Overall, yeah, it's good if you really are into this stuff, but it could be better, in case you're listening, LockNFlate. And with that, Doc out.